Well, for more on the future of commuting, we are joined now by Zhu Shanjiang. He is the Assistant Professor of Transportation Engineering at George Mason University. Welcome to the broadcast.
It's glad to be here.
For people watching this at home, how many times have we all been sitting in traffic and thought to ourselves, if I could just catapult myself up and over all of this traffic, I could get to my appointment and I could get to my meeting. How far off of a reality is this really?
Well, the technology is definitely there. A lot of companies are trying to prove their concepts. Recently, we have seen many exciting demonstrations at various locations. But still, there are a lot of technology hurdles we have to overcome.
Elon Musk recently said, I read, that the only thing stopping Tesla's most souped-up Tesla Roadster from flying is the safety precautions. Mm-hmm. What security safety risks would have to be worked out for helicopters and planes in air traffic control?
Well, you have to go through the certification process. You have to prove the airworthiness and the roadworthiness. So that will take a lot of time and money. If we follow the general aviation category, one estimate suggests it takes at least 50 million to go through the certification process. A more feasible path is to go through the so-called light sport aircraft. So that will be a little bit faster. But of course, for us to introduce flying cars into the market, every country needs a new automatic traffic control systems to manage all the flying cars crowded in the city center.
But if you think about it, just tell us, would it be any more expensive, let's say, once they become more common to operate in terms of fuel?
Well, the fuel efficiency is definitely a challenge for engineers. For the ordinary airplanes, they are most efficient in high altitude and high speed. But the application scenario, we want to use them in cities for flying cars. So they are at a low altitude and low speed. That makes them much less efficient than the conventional airplanes. So we definitely need a technology breakthrough in order to make them affordable.
So are we dozens of years away from seeing something like this being feasible?
Well, I wish we can have it sooner, but I think at least we are 10 years away from real applications.
All right. Chinese firm Tencent, Geely, among others, have tapped into the flying car sector. What is the strategic consideration behind this? Tell us.
Well, there are a lot of exciting acquisitions happening in the field.
Right.
I think they are trying to invest in the next big thing in transportation and get some strategic advantage in this market. The pattern is very similar to the autonomous vehicles and electrical cars. We have seen a lot in those areas. No matter if you are a conventional car manufacturer or you are a tech company, by acquiring a startup with cutting-edge technology and talents, you can become a serious player in this market quickly.
In the United States, the high-speed train would be great, like they have in China, but we don't have the technology for this, or really the geographical landscape. Is that what's holding us back?
Well, in terms of the high-speed rail, that's definitely the case. You need several factors. You need both the technology and also you need the market. The market has to be ready for such kind of technology. And here, when we're talking about flying cars, we still have to cultivate the market and educate the consumers.
But we really have advanced in terms of the HOV lanes and, let's say, the ride-sharing services, correct?
Yes. So U.S. is actually the leading country in those areas. The HOV lanes in the Washington, D.C. area, I think everyone is familiar with that. We have the HOV lanes in 66, in the Capital Beltway, and several other major corridors, commuting corridors in this area. Definitely, when the demand is there, we can make them happen.
All righty. Well, Zhu Shanjiang, we look forward to the flying car. All of us do. It would be great.
Yeah, I think everyone is holding their breath, and we are all excited about it.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.